Hey, Jackie.
Yes, Danny?
Do you wanna party? Welcome, friends, to the undead fun that never ends. I am Danny Roth.
And I am Jackie Jennings.
And we here at Sci-Fi Wire want to teach you a little something about zombies.
But not just any zombies, Return of the Living Dead zombies.
What's the difference, Jackie?
Not a bad question, Bert.
I'm so glad you were scripted to ask.
Me too.
What say we teach these kids everything they need to know?
Yeah!
You're probably gonna die from the zombie horde anyways.
Oh,
But you'll die educated.
this is a comfort to me.
Before zombies can return, they have to have an origin first, right?
Right.
Thank you. And the return zombies originate from a little movie you may have heard of called Night of the Living Dead.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yes, George Romero's classic flesh eater from 1968, widely considered to be patient zero for the modern zombie story, was actually co-written by Romero and another guy, John Russo.
Now, drama llama, and the details aren't important, but Romero and Russo had a bit of a falling out, the upshot of which is that Russo held on to the Living Dead part of the moniker. So while Romero persisted onward with his own zombie movies like
Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, and Survival of the... Well, you get it.
Diary of the Dead?
Yeah, you know, like...
Okay, I mean, that seems right.
He's on Live Journal, you say.
You may never get out alive. It's everywhere. What the hell is it?
Anyway, that's what Romero is doing. The big question is, what's Russo doing?
Nothing.
Oh.
Well, nothing with the Living Dead brand anyway. But in 1978, while Romero is doing Dawn of the Dead, Russo remembers, oh yeah, there's maybe some money in this. So he writes a script for a movie called Return of the Living Dead and sells it to a producer named Tom Fox.
And they all lived happily ever after. The end.
No, of course not.
Go!
I don't understand what's going on. Well, why not?
Making movies is a pain in the ass.
True.
And while pre-production was gearing up and one-sheets and ads for casting were out in the world, the harsh reality was Russo's script was kind of dead on arrival. Not undead, just the regular type.
Right, and the man who declared it dead and wanted to raise it back up his own way was Dan O'Bannon, who you probably know as the writer of Friggin' Alien, aka the quintessential sci-fi horror movie of all time.
O'Bannon's idea is basically punk rock zombies. Gore, nudity, morbidly dark humor, and a soundtrack that will kick you right in the ass. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. No, of course not. Oh.
You saying we're dead?
Well, let's not jump to
Are you saying we're dead?
Look, obviously I didn't mean you were really dead.
But to skip to the end and get to the good stuff, here's the gist. Tobe Hooper, aka the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Poltergeist, was supposed to direct Return but backed out at the last minute. So O'Bannon accepted the directing responsibilities himself, even though he'd never directed a feature before.
And they all lived happily ever after. The end?
No, of course not, but who cares? Let's talk about some zombies.
Yeah!
Look, there comes one of them now.
So, the Return zombies are nothing like Romero zombies or anything else that had been seen before. Typical zombies are slow moving, they moan a lot, they're just like you.
Thank you. And Return zombies, well, they're runners, baby. And if they want to eat them some human, you know they know how to call for delivery.
Send more paramedics.
And most importantly of all, Return zombies are the first zombies to only eat brains.
Shall we go down to the Grey Matter Gastropub?
Oh, that's so thoughtful.
Brain jokes! We got 'em, kind of. But obviously, the Return of the Living Dead movies are about more than just the brain eaters. They're also about the brain eat-ees.
Why do you eat people?
Not people. Brains.
Linnea Quigley plays punk/person who really likes being a nude trash, a role which cemented her career as one of the 80s most famous scream queens.
Do you ever fantasize about being killed?
Never.
Remind me, Jackie, what happens to Trash?
She becomes a zombie, a naked zombie. You know how it is.
Do I know? Do I know how it is to be a naked zombie? Maybe I do. What I do know is that James Karen, who you might recognize from both Poltergeist and those old Pathmark commercials, plays Frank and Ed in Return 1 and 2, respectively.
And how does that work out for him?
Zombied.
Both times?
Both times. In fact, it happens to his co-star Tom Matthews in both those movies, too.
Okay, I feel like there's a pattern here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are a few constants, more or less, in the Return movies.
Like 2,4,5-trioxin, the chemical that creates zombies in the first place?
Right. Or the Tar Man, a.k.a. one of the most famous zombies of all time.
Or Brian Peck, the only actor to appear in all 3 of the main Return movies.
Exactly. But the one true piece of connective tissue is that everyone dies. Like, a lot.
Okay, well, let's say that you want to survive a return zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
Could you kill these zombies by popping them right between the eyes?
Well...
Well, could you dismember them? Burn them.
Smoke actually ends up going up into the air, turns into rain, and then creates more zombies.
Okay, so does anything work on return zombies?
Love. Love works.
Oh, that's nice.
Assuming that you, in this case the zombie, are willing to severely self-mutilate yourself to distract from the need for more brains.
I see.
Actually, that kind of ends up Romeo and Juliet style.
So love, not actually an option.
No.
Anything else?
Yes! Electricity. Electricity will work. Although, that's kind of negated in the third movie a little bit.
Okay, so what you're saying is just let yourself become a zombie, eat brains, and hope for a zombie utopia?
Yes. Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. Take me, baby.
We should mention that there were 2 other Return of the Living Dead movies from Syfy, Necropolis and Rave to the Grave.
Yep. There sure were.
Well, I think that's everything you need to know about Return of the Living Dead zombies. Make sure to check out our other videos.
And be sure to follow Sci-Fi on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And eat brains.
And eat wait.